Jacobs.
She was already, she told me yesterday she wasn't doing it.
Oh, okay.
So I already scratched her.
Gotcha. All right. Okay. If we could have all the age 18 senior executives to the makeup area, we need Megan Keeney, Michaela Langford, Molly McGeish, J.C. Mitchell, Sarah Whitehead, and Ben Northcroft. Please make your way to the area. Sarah Whitehead, if you are participating in fitting and showing, you need to be up in the makeup area now. Sarah Whitehead, this is your last call. All right, we are ready to start our show. This will be our senior division. This is the class of 18-year-olds coming into the ring. We will have Michaela Langford, Molly McGeoch, JC Mitchell, Sarah Whitehead, and Ben Northcraft. If there are any young 4-Hers in the barn that aren't busy at this time and you'd like to hand out some ribbons, please come up to the table and we'll put you to use. In the makeup area, we should have our seniors age 17 making their way. Ellie Baker, Delana Bryant, Josie Dill, Corinne Gregory, Bodie Griffin, Blair Heath, Layla Metz, Abby Patrick, Savannah Roberts, Kaylee Shelton, Peyton Troxel. These 17-year-olds should be making their way to the makeup area. Again, we need our 17-year-olds to the makeup area. Ellie Baker, Delana Bryant, Josie Dell, Corinne Gregory, Bodie Griffith, Blair Heath, Layla Metz, Abby Patrick, Savannah Roberts, Kaylee Shelton, and Peyton Troxel. So we're still waiting on Ellie Baker. We're still waiting on Bodie Griffith and Layla Metz and Peyton Troxel.
Well, good afternoon. Show here and starting the oldest senior showmanship. I just want to thank the Maryland State Fair for inviting me here today to analyze your youth and your livestock. Again, we show cattle all over the country, my family does, and we know the importance and the hard work and dedication it takes to get into this situation and into this ring. But first of all, let's give all these kids out here in our senior showmanship a nice round of applause. I guess when it comes to showmanship, I expect a lot from my senior showmen. Again, I'm not one of those that's going to go through and talk to everyone. I think at this level, we don't have time for that. And again, that's a learning process, maybe at your county fair, at district shows. But again, I think all 5 of these individuals out here do an excellent job. I'm going to start and work my way up from the bottom and talk each individual one. And if you would, when I pull them out, give them a nice round of applause. The young man in the second spot there, if you pull your heifer out here, you're going to be fifth. I think he does a really good job. Maybe not quite as smooth as some of the other kids out here, as fast as getting his heifer set up and profiling right and the way I'd like to see him presented. But he does a very good job as far as calm and collected around the ring, knows how to work the ring, and does a very nice job. Our next showman, again, gets close. The young lady with the white steer. She'll be fourth. Again, I think she does a really good job with this this market steer here and getting them set up and around the ring. Maybe not quite as fast getting them stopped and set right at the moment, but again, I think you do a very good job. Gets a little tighter between these three. I think all three of these young ladies out here do an excellent job. Do an excellent job out here. It gets really close. For me, it comes down to personal preference on what you're doing and what you want to do, and how you want these the kids to perform out in the ring and get their cattle set. But my third place showman is the young lady with the black steer out here. Again, give her a nice round of applause. Always has that steer set, always has them profiling good. Again, handles herself around the ring, gets them moving, takes care of that steer, walks them at the right pace, does an excellent job. Get down to these the last two young ladies. Again, like I said, it's splitting hairs when it comes down to showmanship and personal preference. There's some things that the one showman didn't do that I wish she would have. But again, I think they all did a great job. Your second place showman is going to be the young lady with the black heifer out here. Again, has the heifer set and profiling to the best of her ability every time. That heifer gives you a great look from the side. Again, does an excellent job. Congratulations to you. And of course, our champion showman is the young lady with the Hereford calf. Again, when she came into the ring, had a presence, used her comb when I handled the calf. Again, it's not easy showing calves, especially out here that don't have as much time worked with as maybe some of the other ones. Maybe that's an advantage to her today. But again, I think does an excellent job. Congratulations to you.
We're now ready for our age 17 senior. Ellie Baker, Delaney Bryant, Josie Dell, Corinne Gregory, Blair Heath, Lance, Abby Patrick, Vanna Robert, Kaylee Shelton, and Peyton Troxel. Results of our class 18-year-olds. First was J.C. Mitchell. Second was Sarah Whitehead. Third was Molly McGeoch. Fourth was Michaela Langford. Fifth was an added entry, Ben Northcraft. Reading down your page, 4, 3, 1, 2, and 5 was an added entry.
16-year-old showman ringside. 16-year-old showman, please start making your way ringside at this time. 17-year-olds are in the ring. Welcome to the 2022 Maryland State Fair Beef Showmanship Competition. We have 17-year-old exhibitors in the ring. These exhibitors are being judged on how they exhibit their cattle.
Well, if you would, let's put our hands together for this group here. An excellent job all the way through. Probably a little more impressive than our last showmanship class that was out here. Again, I think there's 4 to 5 individuals out here that do an excellent job. And when I say on the mic that these 5 could show any cattle for me, that's saying something. Again, just their expertise and the way they get their cattle set and they present themselves and the way they use the ring. They're always in a straight line. They're using the entire ring. That's all important things. And then getting those cattle to look their best on a profile and getting their feet set as fast as they can is very important. As we go down here the line, again, all these individuals did an excellent job. Again, we have a whole class of girls, which is fine. But again, I think all of them did a great job. It really comes down to the 3 that I have lined up head to tail on the other side. And I think all 3 of them do an excellent job. Might be a little differences as far as show technique and what they do and how they conduct themselves in the ring, but I think all of them are very professional-like, very relaxed, understand what they got to do out here. It gets really close between second and third. Again, I think the gal that's going to win this division, to me, wins it very easily. Just very impressive. You really don't notice her. You notice the animal. Always gets away from that animal so I can see it completely. Gets off its head, off to the side. Just does an excellent job. You know, I want kids that are out away from that animal. I don't want them up underneath, right tight to their head. Both my rotator cuffs are torn, so I can't do that anymore. But again, it's very important to get that good profile so you're not blocking the view of the judge. I'm just going to cut right down to it. The young lady that's going to win this division is the young lady up in front. Congratulations to you. You did an excellent job. Just very smooth and relaxed. Just does a great job. And like I said, between second and third, it gets really close. There's some things that I'd like to change about each one, but they both do a great job. Your second place is the young lady with the black heifer out here. Congratulations to you. And we're going to follow up with third with the other young lady with the Hereford heifer. Again, give them a nice round of applause. Give the whole group a nice round of applause as they exit the ring. Excellent job all the way through.
Congratulations. Please put your hands together one more time for our 17-year-old competitors. This was a heck of a division. To congratulate Kaylee Shelton first, Blair Heath second, Layla Metz third, Peyton Troxel fourth, Abby Patrick fifth, Ellie Baker sixth, Savannah Roberts seventh, Josie Dell eighth, Delina Bryant ninth, Corin Gregory 10th. If you're following along in your program, reading down 6, 9, 8, 10, 2, 3, 5, 7, 1, and 4. We are ready to start our 16-year-old division at this time. Again, 16-year-olds, your class is heading into the ring. If you have a first or second place animal, you will be asked to come back in the ring for the champion drive for your senior division. So please stay at the ring side. Again, if you have a first or second place in showmanship, please stay at the ring. You will be coming back in the ring for your division champion drive. At this time, our 16-year-olds are entering. I believe we have 11 entries in this age division. Again, we have 11 entries for our 16-year-old division. If you are a 15-year-old exhibitor, you can start making your way ringside. Again, if you are a 15-year-old, you can start making your way ringside at this time. Thank you. 16-year-old exhibitors, 15-year-old exhibitors. If you are participating in showmanship, our judge is lining up our 16-year-olds at this time, so you need to be ringside. Again, if you are participating in 15-year-old showmanship, you need to make your way ringside at this time. Thank you.
went through and talked to these two young ladies on the end, and there's one thing that I expect from the show ring, and again, we're the public eye, and we're professionals out here. We're the mentors to the beef industry, and so I want you dressed that way. I don't like sneakers or dudes. I'm sure they're very comfortable, but they're not proper required in the show ring. So that's why these young ladies are down here, and I talked to them. They'd be up a few more spots because I think they're very good showmen. I just like to see them have different attire on in the show ring. Again, it's really close between those three. The three young men here, again, do a nice job. Killer mullets, by the way. Let's give those guys a round of applause just for the mullets. They're bringing them back. I had one too. My wife won't agree, but that's how I got her, was the mullet. So you guys got it going. It's good deal. But again, all of them did a great job here. I think the young ladies over there on the side had the tail. Again, little differences in their technique and how they conduct themselves. All three of them use the entire ring, which is very important. They give themselves enough space. Again, some of the, you got a couple steers out here, and I get it. They're a little lazy at times, getting a little bit warmer, and so they don't want to cooperate as well. But the young ladies do a nice job staying calm and working with that animal and trying to get it to their set up the best way. The young lady that's going to win this division, the young lady with the red heifer up in front. Let's give her a nice round of applause. Does an excellent job, just like the last one. I like her stance, I like her presence in the ring. She commands herself out here. She gets that heifer set up at all times. Just does a very good job. For second, again, I think it gets very close between these young ladies, but I'm going to go with the young lady with the blonde calf for reserve in this age group. Again, I think does a nice job. She's got to work a little bit harder. And I get that. Excellent job there. And then we're going to follow up with the young lady with the black steer. Again, if you will, let's give them all a nice round of applause as they exit the ring here. Excellent job all the way through.
We would like to congratulate our 16-year-old division winner, Miss Kelsey Zepp. Second place, Peyton Zepp. Third to Sydney Wise. Fourth to Matthew Dietzel. Fifth to Gabe Dell. Sixth to Charles O'Boyle. Seventh to Madison Hedges Bailey. Eighth to Thomas Franklin. Ninth to Alyssa Slimmer. 10th to Taylor Hobbs, and 11th to Cassidy Still. If you're reading down your program, it follows Matthew Dietzel, 4, 5, 7, 10, 6, 11, 9, 8, 3, 1, and 2. Entering the ring now, we have our senior age 15-year-old division. We should have 9 entries in this age division. Senior showman, age 15, 9 entries are entering the ring at this time. You have a first and second place in showmanship. Please stay ringside. We're ready to move into our champion and reserve champion selection. We are almost done sorting our 15-year-old class, so 14-year-olds, you all need to be ringside at this time. Again, in the barns, 14-year-olds need to be ringside at this time.
Again, if you would, let's put our hands together for these 15-year-olds that are out in the ring here. Nice job all the way through. It's always interesting to me, the younger we get, the more competitive it gets. I think everyone out here does an excellent job getting their cattle set up, doing what they're supposed to do out in the ring, conducting themselves. I like to see the common courtesy in the ring, helping one another get around the ring. That's important. But again, I think the three individuals lined up head to tail kind of set themselves to the top. Every time they have their cattle set, they don't have to do much work at it. They've worked with those cattle. They know what they got to do and how to handle them. Not a lot done with their sticks. They pretty much get those cattle pulled into spot. And I think that's an excellent job in all three. Again, to cut down to it, the young man with the black heifer is going to be your champion in this division. Congratulations to you. Does an excellent job with that female. Gets her stucks every time. Uses the entire ring as well, just like other champions. The young lady gets close between second and third, but the young lady with the white sock heifer there, black white sock heifer, will be second. Congratulations to you. Nice job. Very good job there as well. Young lady in third. I like the technique. I like the way they just are a little faster this time today getting their cattle set. But again, let's give them all a nice round of applause as they exit the ring. Excellent job.
Congratulations to our senior age 15-year-old division. First to John Crawford, second to Katie Mitchell, third to Briley Miller, fourth to Brent Higgs, fifth to Michaela Burrier, sixth to Garrett Blevins, seventh to Savannah Williams, eighth to Christopher Martin Jr., and ninth to Taylor Taley. If you're reading down your program, 6514 83297. Entering the ring at this time, we have our age 14-year-old senior division. It looks like we'll have 11 entries. Seniors age 14 division is entering the ring with 11 entries. Immediately following the selection of this class, we will be going into our division senior selection for champion and reserve champion senior showman.
Excellent work. Again, there's some differences all the way down. The young lady I talked about, heifer's not behaving for her. I think she does a good job. It's just that tough part of the day, tough cut. But again, I think you do a nice job. She just doesn't want to be a show heifer here today. But again, excellent job all the way through. I think the three kind of sort themselves at the top, probably had their cattle set up better than the rest, and quicker and faster, and handled the ring and used the entire ring for their advantage of getting their cattle set and stuck so I could see them and view them. Again, for me, the young lady that's going to win this does it very easily for me. She's very calm, very relaxed, always has that animal set up perfectly every time, always knows where I'm at, uses the entire ring. That's the young lady with the smoke-colored calf in third there. That'll be your champion. Let's give her a nice round of applause. Nice shot. Then again, I think closely follows with the young lady right ahead of her with the black steer there. I think she does a nice job there as well. She came in as the last kind of the hammer in the ring in the lineup, but again, did a nice job getting that steer set and stuck and presented well. Does an excellent job. Young man with the shorthorn looking steer, again, excellent job. Maybe just not quite as much presence and stance that I'd like to change about your stand compared to the young ladies that beat you. But again, I think all three of them are very good showmen, did an excellent job. If you would, put your hands together as they exit the ring. Thank you.
I'd like to congratulate our senior age 14-year-old division. First to Brooke Buckler. Second to Kelsey Troxel. Third to Dakota Bernard. Fourth to Chloe Patrick. Fifth to Hannah Staub. Sixth to Emily Fritz. Seventh to Isabella Thompson. Eighth to Lucas Barnett. Ninth to Sean Sweeney. 10th to Rihanna Granger, and 11th to Mason Gentry. If you're reading down your program, 3, 8, 1, 6, 11, 10, 4, 5, 9, 7, 2. We are now ready for our champion and reserve champion senior division selection. From our 18-year-old division, we have Miss J.C. Mitchell. Exhibiting from our 17-year-old division, Miss Kaylee Shelton. From our 16-year-old division, Miss Kelsey Zepp. From our 15-year-old division, John Crawford. And from our 14-year-old division, Brooke Butler. We need Brooke yet. And again, from our 14-year-old division, this is Brooke Butler. On standby, we have Sarah Whitehead, Blair Heath, Peyton Zepp, Katie Mitchell, and Kelsey Troxel. while we're evaluating our senior division, I would like to introduce our judge today, Scott Byer. He farms with family on a cow-calf operation. He has a wife, Maya, and sons, Ty and Tucker. He raises Angus and Red Angus cattle, and they show cattle all over the country. Please put your hands together and welcome Judge Byer here to the Carroll County Fair. Maryland State Fair. Holy smokes, you see I do a lot of Carroll County announcing. Sorry, folks. Welcome to the Maryland State Fair, Judge Byer. I see our intermediate showmen have started making their way ringside. But for those of you back in the barn waiting for the announcement, we are looking for Class 7, intermediate, age 13. Please start making your way to the makeup area. Again, Class 7, intermediate showman, age 13. Please start making your way ringside and check in with Miss Holloway when you get here. Thank you.
Well, ringside, if you would, let's put our hands together. Great group of kids out here. Excellent job. I'm going to be real honest. I really hate judging showmanship, okay? I'd much rather judge livestock than kids, because all these kids that were out in this ring, whether they're in the ring right now or back in the barn, made a commitment, did to the best of their ability. They worked hard to get there, and so they all should get another nice round of applause, everybody that was through the ring so far. Like I said earlier, when it comes to showmanship, and especially my older kids, excuse me, I expect a lot. I expect to know where you're supposed to be in the ring. I expect you to be courteous to the one ahead of you. If you notice, I took the ring man out. In showmanship, we shouldn't need a ring man. Everybody out there should be getting the cattle moving in front of them, knowing what they can do. Being courteous out in the ring is very important. Again, we're in a business where we all work together. We're all in the same boat. The 5 that we have out here, and there's one more in contention, just did an excellent job. And like I said earlier, if I'd have any one of these kids show one of my animals at any show, and that's a great compliment, because I don't trust everybody to take one in the ring for me, because we want to make them look the best they can. So any one of these kids can get the job done at any level. I went through and I asked questions. I don't use questions in showmanship to decide between placings at all. I'll be honest, I was a little disappointed in my answers. I went through if they had a heifer, I asked the birth date. They all knew that. If they had a steer, I asked what the steer weighed. If they had a female, I just asked a general question just to see if they have general knowledge of beef production. I just asked them how many days the estrus cycle is. I didn't get the right answer. Okay? So, point being there, if they had a steer, I asked them, well, where do you split the carcass to measure the ribeye area, between what 2 ribs? And I didn't get the right answer there either. I just want to emphasize today and tomorrow that you young people we live in the greatest country in the world. You have the greatest opportunities in the world. And what you young people do with those opportunities is up to you. So when you have an opportunity, take advantage of it. Learn as much as you can about what you're doing. I don't care if it's this or sports or school. Take that opportunity and grasp it, okay? We sometimes forget that we have these opportunities, and not everybody in the world does. So my comment to you as young people, go out and learn as much as you possibly can, because you are the next education to the general public of the livestock industry. And I think we're further away than we were than when I was in school on getting the public to understand what we do on a daily basis and how we take care of livestock, and how important it is to have a safe food product, which this country produces the safest food in the world. So take that into consideration. I'll get off my soapbox here now, but again, excellent job. Again, I think there's one out here that just does an exceptional job. I love the presence of that person. They command your attention, but they don't draw attention to themselves. They get their animal, whichever one they're leading, stuck and presented in the best of its ability, and show that animal off, and cover up the holes and fix the problems that those animals have, because that's what you're trying to do in showmanship. But it shouldn't be about you, it should be about the animal. This individual just does an excellent job doing that. Then I think it gets really close for reserve. I think there's 2 that do an excellent job. We're going to bring a second, out here again, and so I'm going to take another look. But if I could have my ring man go back to the one animal, and every individual go back to their own animal, I'm going to let the cat out of the bag so that this individual can get congratulated. I've got them lined up from 1st through 5th, starting with that Hereford heifer on the end. So give that young lady a nice round of applause that shows that heifer. Excellent job. Congratulations.
Congratulations to Kaylee Shelton. She will be awarded a wheat lunch set with bamboo lid for being the champion senior showman. Miss Blair Heath is pulled in for the selection of reserve.
We bring the second young lady from that age division in, and again, this is the one individual and another one out here that I thought was very close between the two. I guess I just like the presence and the speed of my reserve champion showman over the young lady that just came in. But again, hats off to you. Give her a nice round of applause again. I think it's very close for reserve. I'm going to go out and select your champion reserve. Thanks again.
Congratulations, John Crawford, for exhibiting being the reserve champion senior showman. Put your hands together for a very competitive class of senior showmen. Thank you for our intermediate division for being patient and waiting. We are ready to move into our intermediate division as soon as the ring clears. Thank you. Entering the ring now, we're going to start our intermediate showmanship division. We're going to start with our 13-year-old showman. Looks like we have 12 entries at this time. Age 13-year-old intermediate showmen are entering the ring. Some more quickly than others. Attention beef exhibitors. First call, Class 8 Intermediate Showman, age 12. Again, exhibitors, first call, Intermediate age Showman, age 12 for Class 8 can start making their way ringside at this time.
Again, if you would, let's put our hands together for the 13-year-olds out here. Again, nice job all the way down through. Again, just a personal preferences. Again, just need to be faster in what you're doing out here and getting the cattle set and presented, and give you the judge a good look from the profile. Again, a couple just don't want to be out here today, don't want to be show cattle today, and I get it. That's part of cattle. You know, that's out of your control, and just a tough draw. The three individuals I have out here, again, I think all three do very well. Little different techniques on all three of them, a couple little differences. But again, I think the showman that does a really good job and always has that animal set right and does an excellent job is the young lady up in front with the black steer. Again, I think she does a really nice job. Very courteous in the ring, uses the entire ring, does an excellent job. I'm going to follow up with the young lady, gets very close for second with the black heifer. Young man in third, again with the baldy heifer, does an excellent job. I'd just like to see it out away from the animal just a little bit more. But all three of these exhibitors do an excellent job getting their cattle presented and set up to the best of their ability and give the judge the best look. Let's give them a nice round of applause as they exit the ring. Good job.
Congratulations to Class 7 Intermediate Age 13 Showman. First to Madeline Rhodes, second to Hayden Hahn, third to Grady McGrew, fourth to Avery Pollock, fifth to Raylan Wagner, sixth to Austin Nussbaum, seventh to Caroline Kimball, eighth to Emily Troyer, ninth to Michaela Comer, 10th to Hunter Huff, and 11th to Eli Barber. If you're following along in your program, 11, 9, 2, 10, 7, 3, 6, 4, 1, 8, 5. Entering the ring at this time, we will have Class 8 Intermediate Showman age 12. Madison Stolberg, if you're participating in 12-year-old showmanship, your class is walking in the ring. Again, Madison Stolberg, if you're participating in showmanship, your class is walking in the ring. First call, age 11. First call, age 11. Age 12-year-old is walking in the ring. Thank you.
Again, if you would, let's put our hands together for this age group here as well. Nice job. Not as big of a class as maybe we've seen earlier today, but again, I think we have 3 very good showmen out here from head to tail. Again, not to take anything away from the exhibitors out here, did an excellent job. I think these 3 individuals are just a little bit faster in their getting their cattle set and stopped. Again, handling themselves around the ring. For me, it comes down to 2. I think it's very close. I just think the one is just maybe a little bit more relaxed, a little bit smoother in getting that animal set and stopped. The young lady with the red baldy heifer up front, you're going to win this division. Congratulations to you. I'm going to follow up with the young man with the short-horn looking heifer in second. Again, does a nice job. Young lady with the black steer in third, excellent job. He got that steer posed all the time. You know where I'm at. You know where he's supposed to be out in the ring. Again, excellent job. Again, let's give them all a nice round of applause as they exit the ring. Excellent job.
Congratulations to our intermediate age 12 exhibitors. First, Isabella Smithson. Second, Keegan McGrew. Third, Carly Black. Fourth, Lexi Zepp. Fifth, Wyatt Mast. Sixth, Cole Blevins. And seventh, to Jonah Grossnickel. If you're following along down your program, 3, 6, 7, scratch. 5, 2, 1, scratch. 4. Entering the ring now, we have our last class of intermediate age showmen before our division selection. Intermediate showman age 11. Start entering the ring at this time. Thank you for your help, sir. Again, intermediate age showmen, age 11, are entering the ring at this time. Immediately following the selection of this class, we will begin our selection for champion intermediate and reserve intermediate showmen. Attention in the beef barn, attention in the beef barn. Open show beef exhibitors. Brenda Stromer will start check-in halfway down the aisle dockside. She will have a table set up at the Huff's tie-up. Again, at 3 o'clock, open beef check-in will begin at the Huff's area, which is halfway down the aisle dockside for open beef exhibitors.
Again, if you will, let's put our hands together for our 11-year-olds out here. An excellent job. Or maybe it's 12, I'm not sure, I'm sorry. But again, did a nice job. And again, we get to this age and you can see the difference as far as the older kids that were out here, the experience. And every time you do this, you know, learn something new and try and get better at something. And I encourage all of you kids to come back and the overall and watch the showmanship. And earlier today, I encourage you young kids to come and watch the show as the older kids are showing, understand how the ring works. Every judge is different on how he runs the ring and where he wants the cattle set up. So it's good for you to watch, to understand where you're supposed to be in the ring and where the judge wants the cattle in the ring. I think the two individuals over here on the side from head to tail best understood what I wanted to be done out here as far as presenting their animals and using the ring and getting their cattle set up. Again, there was a couple that, you know, turned the wrong way, went left instead of right, and if you watch the show, you know that we're going to circle and work the ring the same way all day. The young lady with the blue roan heifer up there, again, I think wins very easily to me. She does an excellent job setting that heifer up. She presents that heifer right. She uses the ring right. She helps us. She's very courteous to others. Congratulations to you. Young man with the steer, again, I gave him a little bit more time. That steer, he's fairly interested in some of the females out here, you know, so again, I get it. He's still a part male, so I just wanted to give him a little bit more time to have some time to get that steer set up, and he does that, and he understands where he's supposed to be in the ring, and he always has good eye contact with me as well. So congratulations to you two. Congratulations to the rest of you. Come back and watch the rest of the showmanship, pick up some pointers, watch what other contingents in your group are doing, and that's going to help you advance. So let's give them a nice round of applause as they exit the ring.
Congratulations to Class 9 Intermediate Showman, age 11. First, Reese McNutt. Second, Colton Nussbaum. Third, Grant Anthony. Fourth, Addie Wagner. Fifth, Georgia Chilsham. Sixth to Miley Lambert. Seventh to Troy Hutchins. Eighth to Ella Fritz. Nine to Logan Barnett. And 10th to Gage Axline. If you're following along in your program, 3, 10, 9, 5, 8, 7, 6, 1, 2, and 4. Soon as we clear the ring, we're going to move into the intermediate champion and reserve champion selection. We will have the following beef exhibitors in standby: Madeline Rhodes, Hayden Hahn, Isabella Smithson, Keegan McGrew, Reese McNutt, and Colton Nussbaum. McNutt. I apologize. Entering the ring now, our 13-year-old division winner, Madeline Rhodes. 12-year-old division winner, Isabella Smithson. And our 11-year-old, Reese McNutt. Our second place competitors include Miss Hayden Hahn, Keegan McGrew, and Colton Nussbaum. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for our intermediate competitors. Junior Showman, first call, age 10, class 11, Junior Showman, age 10, class 11, Junior Showman to ringside at this time. Thank you. I'd like to thank our ribbon helpers here today. Rebecca Sweeney has been here this afternoon. Lainey Mae Barnett. Mabel Simpson Smithson is Little Miss Farm Queen for Harford County. Again, Mabel Smithson is Little Miss Farm Queen for Howard County, and Lainey Barnett are currently helping us hand out ribbons.
If you would, again, let's put our hands together for our class winners and our seconds here in this age bracket. Again, I went through and asked questions, and there's one young lady out here that answered all the questions right, so I gave her another one, and she answered that one right. So hats off to you, young lady, for answering those questions right. Again, get everything out of this project you can. Let's give her a nice round of applause. That was the young lady with the blue roan heifer here. Answered all the questions that I had for her. Again, and I liked how when I asked questions in the last group, the kids that didn't know the answers came up and asked me. So again, take everything you can out of this. Again, like I said, I don't use questions to place showmanship. I just want these kids to realize that there's more to this than just exhibiting and showing livestock. So I think it's important, but again, I don't use it as a placing. I think we have 3 really good showmen out of the class winners. I think there's a second there that fouls right in behind and makes it a little bit tougher for reserve. But again, hats off to all of you. I'm going to go out and select your champion. If you would, let's give them all another nice round of applause, and then I'll get your reserve.
Congratulations to Madeline Rhodes for being selected as our champion intermediate showman, and she will receive a wheat lunch set with bamboo lid. Into contention comes Miss Hayden Hahn, second from that class. Congratulations, Miss Hayden Hahn, reserve champion intermediate showman. Entering the ring now, we have the first class of our junior division. Class 11, age 10, is now entering the ring. Again, Class 11, age 10, is currently entering the ring. First call, age 9. First call, age 9. But currently, we have age 10 entering the ring. Good morning, afternoon, and welcome to the Maryland State Fair for the Beef Showmanship Contest. We currently have 11-year-old juniors in the ring. For those of you visiting the fair today, these exhibitors are being evaluated on how well they present their animals at this time. This is not so much a confirmation class, but how well the exhibitors can show their beef cattle in the ring today. We welcome you all here and hope you have a pleasant day. We currently have age 10-year-olds in the ring at this time. We have 9 exhibitors. This is a call for junior age 9, class 12. Again, juniors, age 9, class 12 should be ringside. Exhibitors and family around the ring, I'd like to call your attention to our photographers in the ring. If you go to Alexis Ray Dune Photography, all the pictures are being uploaded there. There is a postcard and station set up behind the main backdrop, and she has business cards and cards you can do a QR code scan if you would like to purchase pictures. Again, we do have photographers in the ring. The pictures are amazing. I've been looking at some of them. So please take the opportunity to review some of your exhibitors' pictures. They are on her site, and she is uploading and cropping them as we speak. Thank you. Attention in the barn, attention in the barn. If there's a Greg that is missing a pair of iPods, they have been turned in. Again, if there's a Greg who's missing a pair of iPods, they have been turned in.
Yeah, let's give these exhibitors a nice round of applause as well. Excellent job. Some things that everybody in this ring did that we need to change. When you're turning your animal around, you always turn it to the right, okay? You never pull the animal towards you when you got to come back into line. So they all did that, so I kind of take that and throw it out the window a little bit. But make sure you always turn your animal to the right, not to the left when you're coming in and out of your hole, okay? Again, the three exhibitors over on the side there, I think did a nice job getting their animals set up and stuck. A couple little differences between them that kind of separate. Again, it's never one big thing, but again, just personal preference on my part on what I like to see. Again, the young lady with the red-necked roan up in front does a nice job. She always has that heifer set up right. Again, she was one that turned the wrong way. I want to change that about her. The young lady with the white heifer there, again, does a nice job. Always that heifer set, and she just kind of stays up by her head just a little bit too much. I'd like to change that and have her stand off from the head a little bit, okay? Young man with the black heifer is probably the hardest working of the three. That heifer's probably not as cooperating as much as the other two heifers out in the ring, so he's got to work at it a little bit. But I like his presence. I like the way he sticks that heifer. He gets her set. He knows where I'm at all times. He's going to be your champion out of this lineup. Congratulations to you. I'm going to go with the young lady with the redneck roan for reserve, and then the white heifer for third. Again, let's give them a nice round of applause. Congratulations to you all.
Congratulations to our 10-year-old exhibitors. First to Travis Sadowski, second to Aubrey Short, third to Francesca Bologna, fourth to Chase Harward, fifth to Jordan Oler, sixth to Charlotte Smithson, seventh to Benjamin Troyer, eighth to Charlotte Holland, and ninth to Addison Gentry. If you're reading down your program, 3, 9, 4, scratch, 8, 5, 1, 2, 6, and 7. At this time, we will start our Class 12, age 9 junior division. Again, age 9, Class 12 is entering the ring.
Again, let's give all these kids a nice round of applause. Again, we find out it can get a little hairy after a while. Cattle don't want to cooperate. Again, applaud the young man that exited the ring as well. He's hanging in tough. Again, did a nice job. And again, more experience coming out in the ring, where you should be, what you should do, that's an advantage. So the more opportunities that you have to show, take those opportunities, show and showmanship, show in the show. Get out here and again, come out and watch the older kids so you can pick up pointers from them. And you'll find that if you ask some older kids, you'll find out that, hey, they'll help you out. That's what this business is all about, is helping each other. But again, the three showmen over here, again, I think probably did the best job as far as getting their animals set and presented. I like the way they present themselves, their posture and how they conduct themselves. Again, I think it gets really close between these three, but again, the one young man that had the least amount of problems and did the best job of getting his heifer set up is the young man with the Hereford heifer up front. Let's give him a nice round of applause. Again, does a nice job. Try and keep a little bit more eye contact, but again, does an excellent job. The young man with the smaller black heifer there in second is going to be a reserve. I think does an excellent job with that heifer. Again, he got stepped on there, didn't bother him one bit. He said he's fine. Good thing he had boots on. Sneaker, those toes would have chopped right off, right? But again, excellent job. Young man in the cowboy hat that's third, again, does a nice job, again, presenting his heifer. If you noticed, all three of them had their heifers set up and profiling, had their feet set right for the judge to view their animal. Again, let's give them a nice round of applause as they exit the ring.
Eight-year-olds are headed in the ring. From our 9-year-old division, Everett Brooks, Peyton Reinhardt, and Hailey Orndorff. If you could come to the announcer stage, or a parent can come to the announcer's booth real quick. Again, Everett Brooks, Hailey Orndorff, and Peyton Reinhardt, an exhibitor or a parent. We do have 8-year-olds walking in the ring. These are our 8-year-olds exhibitors. This is the first time for them at the Maryland State Fair exhibiting their beef projects.
Results of Class 12 juniors age 9 are as follows. Congratulations, Logan Cady first, Parker Hahn second, Branson Taylor third, Hailey Orndorff fourth, Peyton Reinhardt fifth, Everett Brooks sixth, Kenley Nussbaum seventh, Ryder McNutt eighth, Bridget Barber ninth, and Ty Stevens 10th. If you're following along in your program, 9-6 scratch, 2-8-7-4, 5-10-3, and a write-in Logan Cady. This is our last regular class of the day. These are our 8-year-old junior showmen. There should be 6 entries in the ring. We will be looking for our junior first and second places to return to the ring here shortly. We are also going to make the first call for our intermediate and senior division winners to start making their way ringside. Again, intermediate and senior showmen, champion and reserves champions, just make your way ringside. We do not select an overall reserve. Again, division winners, we do not select an overall reserve, so we are only looking for our champion senior and champion intermediate exhibitor.
Again, if you would, let's put our hands together for the 8-year-olds out here. Nice job. This class here, too, you can tell these kids have been around these cattle. They're used to them. They're relaxed. They're calm. Again, I think it comes down to these two, and I think it gets very close. I think, you know, they do a good job of getting their animals set. I like the way they hold on to them, the way they have their hand for that coming out of the nose of that show halter. Again, they switch their hands when they're leading. They get their heifers set up. Again, I think it is very, very close. For me, I'm going to go with the young man with the black heifer to win this 8-year-old. I think does a nice job. Good eye contact. I just like to see him out in front of that heifer just a little bit more instead of to the side. I'd like to see him out in front of that nose when he's standing on a profile. But again, does a nice job conducting that heifer around the ring. Young lady with the red baldy heifer, again, does a very nice job with her as well. Gets her set up, gets her stuck. Again, I just think the young man was probably just a little bit faster at times. But again, excellent job. Let's give them all a nice round of applause as they exit the ring. Good job. Congratulations.
Congratulations to our juniors age 8. First to Turner Sadowski, second to Mabel Smithson, third to Laura Lee Barnett, fourth to Charlotte Pollock, fifth to Portland Roberts, and sixth to Rhett Axline. Reading down your program, 6, 3, 4, 5, 1, and 2. At this time, we're ready to select our champion and reserve champion division junior showman.
Budget at the beginning of the year.
I want to go to Wegmans because I want to give in the nicest way possible. I want Giant to have a birthday.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Entering the ring from class 1, or class from our 10-year-old class, Travis Sadowski. From our 9-year-old division, Logan Cady.
I would love for kids.
From our 8-year-old division, Turner Sadowski. Our second places are as follows: 10 years old, Aubrey Short; 9-year-old, Parker Hahn; and 8-year-old, Mabel Smithson. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for our junior showman. We're looking for the following. From our senior division, Kylie Shelton. From our intermediate division, Madeline Rhodes. Again, there is not a reserve, so therefore we just need our senior and intermediate champions to the ring, and it looks like they are.
Well, if you would, let's put our hands together for this division here. Nice job all the way through. Again, we get into these younger kids, and again, sometimes it's maybe their first or second time in the ring, and experience and practice at home goes a long ways. Again, the most important thing in this age group is to understand where you're supposed to be in the ring and how to get around the ring. You know, if you watched from the older divisions to the younger divisions, the ring started getting smaller. You know, these kids started creeping in. They weren't using the whole outside of that ring. So always make sure you use every part of the ring. I always told my kids, and again, we don't have a fence here, but I always told them I wanted their left elbow to bang every bar on the gate all the way around, okay? Always use the most space that you have. The judge can view the cattle better. He can get a better look at your animal instead of when they're right up on top of them. So always remember that. Also, good spacing in between your animals. And if you look at these 3 young exhibitors out here, they have nice spacing in between. I can go and walk in between them very easily. They know where I'm at all times. It just comes down to little things, you know, and again, being aware of who's in front of you and who's behind you and which one did the judge pull out and should I move up in line. Those are all things with experience that probably separate things, you know. Again, I think it's very close between 2 individuals out here. Again, I think they both do a really good job. I'm going to take one more look, and I'm going to pick you a champion in reserve. But again, let's give all 6 of these exhibitors a nice round of applause. Excellent job.
Congratulations to Logan Cady for being named the 2022 Junior Showman. Coming back into competition is Parker Hahn from the 9-year-old division. And Logan is receiving a wheat lunch set with bamboo lid. Immediately following our selection of Grand Champion, we will have the Champions Challenge. I have one exhibitor listed as Hunter Rhodes. If you have any others, please let me know. Champions Challenge. And congratulations to Travis Sadowski for being the Reserve Champion Junior Showman. One more round of applause for all our junior showmen. What a fantastic group of exhibitors we had here this afternoon. We are now getting ready to select our Grand Champion Showman. Representing our senior division, Kaylee Shelton. Representing our intermediate division, Madeline Rhodes. And representing our junior division, Logan Cady. These exhibitors are competing for the title of Grand Champion Showman at the 2022 Maryland State Fair. We would like to take this opportunity to thank KTM Ranch, who was the sponsor of the Grand Champion Showmanship banner. Our junior division, some of them received some show supplies, and we would like to thank Fry's Show Supplies for donating those supplies to our junior showmen.
Well, again, we're not going to beat around the bush. Let's give them a nice round of applause. Again, we went through all the heats and the age divisions, and again, did an excellent job all the way through. There was one out here that just, from the first time they entered the ring, just hit you with that presence and understood what they're supposed to do. And again, that individual did it again here, and we moved it out. We used the whole entire ring, gets the animal set and stuck, just very relaxed and calm. And again, I wish there was more young kids that were in the show ring here today outside watching, so you can see and pick up pointers and little tweaks that you can do to improve yourself, because every time you come into the ring, you should try and improve something. And again, it comes down to, it's never one thing or who did better. It's splitting hairs a lot of times. Once you understand what you're supposed to do in the ring and sort them around and turn, and when you're switching spots and don't turn to the right, again, then it gets into little minute little things. And these three exhibitors did an excellent job all the way through. Again, I think there's one that just sets the bar just that much higher and does an excellent job. I'm going to go out and congratulate that individual. Again, if you would give all three of these exhibitors a nice round of applause. Congratulations.
And your 2022 Grand Champion Showman is Miss Kaylee Shelton from our senior division. Her award is an eco-friendly lunch set. So we have one more division here this afternoon. It's called the Champions Challenge, and it allows 4-H'ers who have won in years past to come back and compete against this year's showman. So meeting with Miss Kaylee Shelton in the show ring at this time is Hunter Rhodes for your Champions Challenge.
kind of a neat deal, I guess. Bring the champion from last year out here and then compete again. And again, like I said, every judge is different. Every critique or what we want to see is different. So again, I think both of them do a very good job. But for me, the young lady with the Hereford heifer is going to be your champion here again today. Does everything that I want a showman to do, and the way she conducts herself around the ring. Again, just congratulations. Congratulations to you, young man, on last year.